So for the Nimble Networker Voice Routine, I shall cover three basics: breathing, articulation, modulation. Alright? Before you begin, make sure you're in a nice, relaxed, neutral posture, wearing loose, comfortable clothing, no belts, no tight clothes, no jeans. Alright? So breathing. The correct form of breathing is what is known as intercostal diaphragmatic breathing. Intercostal meaning the intercostal muscles around the rib cage, diaphragmatic meaning diaphragm, which is a circular muscle just above your belly button. So what happens when you breathe? When you breathe, the air enters your body through your nostrils, goes into the rib cage. The first thing that happens is the rib cage expands, creating space for the lungs to fill with air. The diaphragm moves downwards, creating more space for the lungs to fill with air. When the lungs are filled to capacity with air, then the air has to come out. So the diaphragm moves back upwards, the rib cage contracts, pushes the air past the vocal cords vibrate, and that's how you get sound. Alright? And the best way to check it, is like this. You place your hands on your last rib, a little pressure, and you breathe. Alright? Make sure you don't breathe like this. This is clavicular shallow breathing. Your lungs are not here. Your lungs are here in your rib cage. So when you breathe from here. Alright? And now on the out breath, you release a sigh. So it goes like this. If you want to add a line, hello, how are you? Alright, a very good way to increase your breathing capacity, your lung capacity, is a simple exercise. You breathe in again from here, alright, and on the out breath you begin to count, alright, so it goes something like this. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, till you have no breath. So that's what's known as intercostal diaphragmatic breathing, the correct form of breathing, deep breathing. Moving on to articulation, which put very simply is the art of speaking clearly. Alright? So you can start with massaging the jaw a little bit. Loosening up the jaw. It's very important that all your articulators are relaxed and loose, ready to speak, ready to articulate. Alright? So you relax the lower jaw and you go, I know it looks funny, but that's how you relax the lower jaw. Chew as if you're chewing this really big chewing gum, so you chew with your whole face. Alright? Loosen up your articulators. Alright. Words that end in multiple consonant sounds are very, very good to practice articulation. For instance, act, oct, ookt, oct, act, ect, eekt, ect, where you bite each and every consonant sound. For instance, in words like looked, walked, talked. So, act, oct, ookt, oct, act, ect, eekt, ect, aved, oved, ooved, oved, aved, aved, eaved, aved. Axt, oxt, ookst, oxt, axt, ext, eekst, ext, aft, oft, ooft, oft, aft, eft, eft, eft. Keep practicing words that end in multiple consonant sounds like this, and that really, really improves clarity of speech. Which brings me to the best exercises for articulation, tongue twisters. Tongue twisters not only help to loosen up the articulators and clear your speech, but also to focus on what you are saying. So, the most common, the most popular one being, she sells seashells by the seashore. The shells that she sells are seashells. So, if she sells shells by the seashore, I'm sure the shells that she sells are seashore shells. And finally, modulation, the last part of this routine, where you learn to explore, expand and exploit your vocal range. We've each been given a particular range which is unique only to us. But are we using that range to its maximum potential? A very good exercise for that is sirening, where you use the NG sound and you create a siren with your voice, which sounds something like this. So you go, when you do that, you are traveling as low as you can in your pitch and as high as you can in your pitch. Alright, so or so if you practice this, you travel along your vocal range, you develop what is known as vocal coloring depending on the emotion of the message that you're trying to convey to the audience. Alright? So, a quick recap to sum up what I covered in this routine. First of all, breathing, intercostal diaphragmatic breathing, breathe from here. Articulation, you practice your act, oct, ukt, oct, act, ikt, ikt for clarity of speech. And modulation, practice the sirening exercise. Alright? Stand in front of a mirror if you need to do that, but practice this every day, 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes in the morning. Morning is always the best time. Opens up your voice. Opens up your voice. Alright? Have fun.